Hello, Guardians of Immortalis Rising. Welcome to the IMMO podcast number 2. Recap from last week. Decided playing video games while doing a solo podcast, not the easiest thing, but it was fun. Enjoyed it. Kind of motivated me to come back with some new ideas and actually bring in 2 guests. So this week I'm joined by 2 fellow officers of Immortalis Rising, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Good afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. This is Hawaiian speaking. I am also one of the officers, as Swag mentioned, and it's an honor to be part of this podcast.
Thank you for joining us. And our other guest?
This is Lokazil, a.k.a. Loka, the founder of Immortalis Rising, along with,
The big dog.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. This is fun. Thought it would be fun to join Swag in this.
Yeah, no, it's. I'm glad you guys could come out. I know you two really emphasize some interest in this and carry me through my conversations as we talk. So, just a friendly reminder, some housekeeping. This will be posted on the Immortalis Rising subreddit, r/Immortalis Rising, no spaces. It'll also be posted on my personal YouTube channel, youtube.com/ I don't know what after that, but I'll post a link somewhere in chat and all that stuff. So we're trying to get maybe moving towards just an Immortalis Rising YouTube channel. That way we can just kind of put all of our videos one centralized location. But that's kind of that. We're going to start off this week. We'll talk about some of the changes Bungie's going through as we get towards a new semi-small, medium-sized content release. What that means for us as a clan and as players of Destiny.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting / terrifying. And we'll see where it goes. So I guess the first thing we'll talk about is the actual change of the name of the Bungie Weekly Update. They're calling it now This Week at Bungie. What do you guys... I mean, Deej, his quote is that the Bungie Weekly Update meant patch notes. You guys are big Destiny followers, obviously. What do you think is the reason, or is that the actual conception or perception?
The new CEO, he wants to do his things his own way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, that's basically how I see it. They all want to put their own spin on things, so...
Yeah, I definitely think that's the way they were trying to move forward with it. I definitely like some of the names that were that were thrown at them on Twitter, as he put it, like the quarter monthly hug extravaganza.
Yeah, there were some interesting ones. I think Reddit had their version of that also. It was not as kind. Yeah. Salt block was good.
Oh yeah, the salt
Do
block.
like the salt lick?
Salt lick.
Yeah, they had some interesting names, that's for sure. But yeah, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems so odd, like just to change the name,
Mm-hmm.
but the format doesn't change. It was, I don't know. It was not changed for me, like as like if it was the CEO, his like first line of like first action that we saw at least.
For sure.
So I don't know. I mean,
it could be him. It could just be like the group that does them came to him and he's like, "Hey, we want to do this," and he's like, "Yeah, go ahead."
right.
Who knows?
That's
They
true.
won't
I
let
mean,
us.
when you saw when you guys hear that the weekly update's posted, do you think that it's patch notes? I mean, it's
kind of a crapshoot. Like the majority of times, actually, I can't even say majority. Half the time, I would say I would expect patch notes. The other half, it's just blowing hot air out. But
Yeah, I agree. I think weekly update patch notes.
Okay, interesting. That's cool because I personally I only expected patch notes if he said a patch is coming. Like next week I'd expect patch notes, but it seems like those will be now removed and maybe just a link like, hey, we posted patch notes, and there'll be a link to like patch notes 2.1.1. So that's interesting. So that is kind of the change of the title. I like it because they've been saying This Week at Bungie for, however many weeks we've been playing the game now, and now it's the title of the weekly update, which is cool.
Yeah, I think it's a good change.
I'm going to keep calling it the weekly update, though, just so everyone knows.
Any info from them, whether regardless of what it is better than nothing, as it's been.
No, that's true.
No such thing as bad press, right? Is that
Right.
Debatable. So, in the first ever This Week at Bungie, we had some changes. So, I guess the big change is no special ammo on spawn in 3v3 playlists.
Yeah, that's a little more than a big one. That's a drastic change. That's a drastic change. Because during kind of times like this where the content is, I guess, non-fresh.
Existent?
Yeah. I didn't want to say that, but yeah. So PvP is pretty much the staple right now. So to make such a drastic change, and I like it, but it's interesting. It's interesting.
What was your initial reaction, Luca?
About time.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah. And I know a lot of people have been... And I don't know why these kind of things take so long to implement. I don't know what little... I think they overanalyze stuff too much. If the community's asking for it, especially the top PvP players are like saying, well, I don't know if they were asking for this. I know they don't like to have, heavy and whatnot. But, I mean, I like playing zone control. I know some people don't like it. But zone control has always had no special on spawn and no heavy also, which is kind of... I think it's a different, forces people to use their primaries.
And that's what I like.
That kind of thing, yeah. You don't have to worry about getting, run around a corner, boom, headshot already. It's like, okay.
Right.
It's like...
God knows that's happened to me.
It's good. People are going to start equipping invectives and icebreakers from what I've heard.
Absolutely. I think it's good. I think it's a good start. I think, for me, and just a reminder, it does drop standard after that. I think it's 30 seconds, then a minute and a half after that. The special will be plentiful, typically after the first 2 rounds, depending on how you guys play. But for me, I mean, the goal for them was to increase the use of the primary weapon, which I like. But then it takes... I see 3 problems. The first problem is the icebreaker invective situation.
Number one,
which means people are going to be using the gun and then switching to another gun on death. I hope 2.1.1 brings switching guns on death in PvP wipes your ammo. I really do think that would be ideal.
Because that eliminates that whole theory of doing that. You can't do that, which I like.
I'm confused, and this isn't one of the problems, but I'm confused why sidearms aren't affected. It just seems
sidearms
like
are the weird gun. Like, it's the only gun like it that it has no effect.
Right.
And I just don't. I wonder if it's because I don't think the majority of players use it. I know there are people who NLB sidearm all day,
of
but
course.
I think they want people to use it more, maybe?
Are they convinced that it's just not going to have an effect? Like, it's not that good of a gun? So they're just leaving the ammo there?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, sidearms are always going to be in a weird place. They're, I love mine.
Well, yeah, you.
But, again, like, yeah, if you get a good... Like, I got another roll the other day on one that was pretty decent, but I wound up using it, and I didn't like it as much as the one I have.
Loca got a good roll on a gun? That's never happened. Never happened.
But, like, it's that weird space. It's like, all right, if you... Like, I've been trying to use, like, Mida and sidearm. But then again, it's like, because you can move off people that are trying to close it on shotguns and then switch to the Havoc Pigeon and try and take them out before they get to you within shotgun range. But it's in a weird place. Like, I've got to hit, like, the guy with the shotgun has to hit, like, a majority of his pellets with one shot have to hit me, where I have to shoot him like 5 or 6 times with maybe unless they're all headshots, but 5 or 6 times with a Havoc Pigeon to take them out. It's a weird space.
No, it definitely is, and they kind of operate in that, like, last word range, shotgun range, like, it's tough. It's a tough gun. So
is that the range that they're in? Are they in the shotgun range? Or I thought they were longer than a shotgun.
If you're outside of shotgun range, you're in last word range, and no one wants to be in last word range.
No one.
Like,
no one wants.
So
right. Yeah. Yeah, last words. It's like last word will crush you
Right.
most
Yeah.
of the time. Although I do like trying to take people out with my Havoc Pigeon that are using last word.
Oh, of course. It's like doctrine against last word. It just feels great. Like,
Yeah.
so
The No Land Beyond sidearm is that's like the only spot that like makes sense. It's like okay, you got your primary is a sniper rifle,
right,
and then you need something to fill that gap unless you're good at taking quick shots or whatever.
right,
No scopes.
Yeah, unless you're Kobe. Yeah.
right. KJ Hovey or Joe Neck apparently.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
so
I play trials.
sidearms are in a weird spot. But so yeah, it's the icebreaker and the invective is my first problem. My second thing is like so they're fixing the start of the game. Trials starts. No one's got special. They have a fight. The round ends, and that's it. If one team wiped another team and the winning team picks up the special, now it's like having heavy against non-heavy.
That's also true.
I mean,
If they use it, yeah, I get. Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine spawning on Pantheon and you just got wiped, and now the other team has six sniper rounds apiece?
Oh my god. Yeah, and your team has
And
nothing.
your team has nothing. Like,
Oh my god.
it's a huge swing.
last night when I was running the Charles card, I ran out of special, and it was such a close match that there really wasn't much time to grab the special.
Right.
It was like I felt like okay, I'm running around with my primary. This sucks.
Yeah, there are certain maps where if you don't have special, you're dead in the water if the other team has it on you.
Right. Like, it wouldn't be a problem on, like, Pantheon. You could probably run Asylum with a primary just fine. But, like, I mean, if you're on, like, Black Shield or Burning Shrine even this week, it's rough, man. It's rough out there without special.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, I mean, reses are serious swings because you can't one-shot someone out of a res if you don't have special.
That's another good point. I never even thought of that. Yeah.
Yeah, fast res even becomes more valuable.
Yeah, even more valuable because now you got the overshield, and the overshield will legitimately save you as opposed to just getting you sniped.
Yeah.
So, for me, it dramatically shifts. It has the potential to dramatically shift the swing of a game based on, like, team wipes. I mean, if you kill a team in 20 seconds into a match, and then special spawns as the round is ending, and you pick it up, like, it's game over for a team that's decent at sniping, or a good shotgun rush team.
Yeah.
Because now we have no counter. So
Now you don't have a shotgun rush team though.
and now you don't have a shotgun rush team. So I mean,
At least in the beginning rounds, unless they start getting special. But then what's gonna happen is people are gonna play off more. I think they're gonna be more. They're not gonna rush in the beginning. They're gonna wait for that special to spawn. I think.
right, and I think
You think?
that's the point. I think
Yeah.
they want rounds are ending so quickly that I think they want people to slow play more and choose their engagements as opposed to like poking their head out, getting a snipe or getting sniped, and then just dealing with a res.
I think that's more of just a kind of side effect of this whole situation.
Okay.
I don't know if that was an actual reasoning behind it, though. That's just me.
Yeah, maybe that's definitely possible.
Because I think it's more along the lines of like they want more primaries, and especially in those first few rounds with no specials, team shots are going to be key.
Oh, for sure.
So they definitely, they're trying to bring in more team play, get your primaries more. That's what I think. So I think the other factors are just kind of side effects of everything that's happening.
Right. The last point that I have the biggest problem with, probably, I guess the swing would be the biggest problem, but this problem, I don't see me using another gun other than Mida moving forward, unless it's like a anomaly or something like that. But because
Well, the range on that
it's made for that team shot and that range, and without the cover of like a sniper while using last word, I'm not going to use last word. I'm not going to use my doctrine, or I mean maybe Hawksaw because it's got that good like mid range, but the maps are so long sometimes.
Well, Mida already is at the top.
Right.
So this definitely just...
Right, and then they're taking your range away with a sniper.
Yeah, so this elevates Mida even more now. So
I mean,
I think as time goes on, you're gonna see that's all you're gonna see for a while. Like when it was just Thorn for the longest time in year one, we're just gonna be seeing Mida for a long time.
Yay!
well,
But and until people like you're gonna get like guys who are really good, who are gonna come up with different kind of combos of guns to use, and then that the word's gonna get out there of this actually works and this works. So, but it'll eventually get back to spread out different guns, but for the first little bit here, it's going to be Mida all day.
Right. Because, I mean,
last word rushes, go.
Last word rushes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Yeah, one quick... You just backtrack just a second. What's the lore behind Icebreaker and Invective regenerating ammo?
I think the Icebreaker... I don't know about lore. I know that the technology, I guess, is that it's solar powered. So it's got the heat, like the heat sinks, kind of like the Sleeper kind of has. So it kind of like pulls energy,
right,
and then generates that. And supposedly it's a backpack, from what I understand. We don't see that obviously on our character, but from what I understand, they had to wear an additional piece of gear just to be able to work it. So
really,
yeah. And if you look at like the perk, I think it's called like Solar Backpack or something like that. It's like the actual perk.
They should actually have Guardians, required to wear that so it slows them down, like John.
Yeah, fucking John and the Nubik running around with their icebreakers. And the thing is, like, Icebreaker, people don't give it a shot. It's got snapshot, it's got a super high aim assistance, and it's got no ammo recharge. Like, it's legit. Like, it's a serious. Like, the reason it's not in year 2 is.
Now, can you imagine if it was a 320?
It's worth using, to be honest.
John would be happy.
Yeah, John would be happy. So, I think a lot of people would be happy. Thrust would be happy, I'm sure.
Oh, God, yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Kind of what we see. I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of, like, Destiny Trials reports saying Invective and 1,000 Yard Icebreaker to start, and then by round 2 or 3, we're going to see them switch to their yardstick and stuff. So.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's going to be slower in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The shotgun rush is not going to happen as frequently, and if they want to do the shotgun rush, they're going to switch to Mida and put the shotgun on after they recharge the ammo.
Right. So, anything else you can think of on special ammo?
No, I still think it's good to shake it up. I just don't know why.
I agree.
Why do you have to do like a broad sweeping change? They have different game modes. Why not just say, okay, hey guys, this week we updated salvage to not include special ammo on spawn, or skirmish doesn't have special ammo on spawn. Try it out. Let me know what you think, type thing. Like, it's so easy to do that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I would think it would be easy. I don't know. It was easy to do in other games that I played long ago.
Yeah, that's true. I also just realized that my hard sought gear that has sniper ammo on my boots and chest don't no longer matter.
Oh.
I just realized that.
What?
There's a heartbreaker.
The gear that has like special sniper ammo, like it makes you spawn with 12 instead of 6, is no longer worth it.
Yeah.
So I'll have to flip that tab to the heavy ammo on the boots. Okay, so I guess that's special ammo. We'll see how it happens. I personally have not gone in yet to any of the playlists, but we'll see how it plays out moving forward. That's, again, only in 3v3, including salvage, skirmish, elimination, and trials. I think that's it, not Rumble.
Are they doing it for classic 3s?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I never even thought of that. What if it's classic 3s too?
No, they're still using Thorn down there, so who the hell knows? But, okay, so I guess the next big change is freelance playlist, or as I call it, mercenary, because that's what everyone calls it in every game ever made.
Duty!
Yeah. It's, freelance playlist is the elimination of fire teams in the playlist. So if you want a solo queue and you don't want to get pub stomped by a team, you're welcome to jump into the freelance playlist.
I like it.
It was a change that needed to happen, clearly.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who don't have the luxury of fire teams.
Mm-hmm.
say there's, someone who just picks up the game and they don't have no one on their friends list, but they want to play the game and they want to enjoy it, they're going to get stomped. Now it kind of evens out the playing field.
The Rift is still going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's always a nightmare.
I think the biggest place that needed to change was Iron Banner, and I don't think they're going to make that change. Because that's the place that it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. I liked when Iron Banner did the Clash, because that made it more accessible for the solo players, like the mercenary player.
Yep, I agree. Because you could outslay.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind Iron Banner to strictly be Clash, if that was its main thing, because that would help that out. But
right.
Iron Banner definitely needs to have a solo queue kind of mercenary mode, regardless of what game mode it is.
Right. And that's the tough thing is it's mercenary playlist, so freelance playlist, so it's
freelance.
It's 6v6, and you don't know the game type, so you could be playing Control, Clash, or Rift, or in the threes you could be playing Skirmish, Salvage, Elimination.
Like it rotates.
It doesn't rotate. It's randomized.
Oh, okay.
So like when you go into say the doubles playlist, it's like it could be double Skirmish or double Salvage. It's very similar to that, the way that operates. So, I don't know. I think it was a change that needed to happen. Unfortunately, the most complaints for pub stopping come during Iron Banner, and I don't see them making Iron Banner non-fire team related.
Oh no, it'll always be a fire team.
Right. So, I mean, it's in-game content, so the teams are going to excel, and they should, in my opinion.
Iron Banner should be across all of them.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that.
Any mode should be considered.
Right.
Iron Banner, maybe Trials.
Right,
Trials.
Maybe not Trials, but basically what Loca's saying is that when Iron Banner is up, all playlists are Iron Banner. So that means if you wanted to go and play Skirmish, you could, and then you're going to get Iron Banner rewards for that. It would be tough with the bounties. It would have to be really general, 10 kill streak or 5 headshots or things like that, because it couldn't be related to capture a point, etc.
Yeah, capture 5 points. You couldn't do that in Rift.
Aren't they pretty general now? They're just
you're right. They are general now.
I just played, kills. I mean, I guess the dailies are probably the ones, but the weekly ones I think are pretty general. But the daily ones are more specific, like capturing points or something like that.
I think that's how it works too. So you'd have to just maybe modify those dailies to just be like they were before, like Hank, 5 primary headshots or something like that. But I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be interesting. Kind of just open it up and see where most people play, because then you'll get an accurate number of where people. Because if no one plays Rift again, then the only reason people are playing Rift is because it was Iron Banner. If they had an option, would they actually play Rift? Would they actually play Clash, etc.?
I like Rift. Rift Iron Banner.
I liked Rift. It was fun, actually.
Because you can have the guys like you swag and people that are more into the killing of the peoples.
Mm-hmm.
Go do that, and the other people that can contribute by running the Rift.
Yeah, and it was always like that competition of the person who's running the Spark versus the person who's out slaying. Can you outslay the runner?
Yes. Yeah.
So it doesn't happen very often, but maybe 1 or 2 times. So that's freelance. Let's see. So the next thing that they talked about was matchmaking changes. They have added the new combination of skill and connection-based matchmaking to Rumble, Control, and yesterday it dropped with Trials of Osiris. Have you guys had any experience in these playlists?
Not yet.
Not yet. How did Trials feel yesterday, Loca? Still pretty rough?
Oh, the changes went in yesterday for this?
They did.
Yeah.
Well, I ran one card with Liam and CT. When we first spawned in, it was on Liam, and it was a rough match. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. And then we switched, and we backed out of that card, got a new card, and then I was leader, and then we zoned in, and they were probably closer to my level.
Okay.
And then they scaled up as we went on
Of
through
course.
trials.
Well,
It was probably based on wins.
Were you finding lots of or any at all red bars?
There was like one match. There was a guy that was lagging here and there, but I don't know. I mean, it wasn't.
Well, that sounds like a plus to me.
Yeah, I mean, there was one. I mean, like when I was playing with Liam and CT, so they're over in the UK. So
Right.
there was one match. Like there was a match we played against. They had to be a German clan. It was like it was like Rumpelstiltskin. I don't know the name was
Is he German?
long.
German?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I don't know. But they were all like I was green bar along with another guy was green bar, but those two like the UK guys and the German guys who I assume were German were yellow bar on occasion. So I don't know that might match up. But there was nothing was like oh my god he's lag switching or like come
Got it. That's good to hear.
Same time it's like huh.
I guess they said they were really excited to put it into Control because that's kind of like the bread and butter, obviously. They do have Clash and Crimson Devils scheduled at some point. Unfortunately, they only have room for like 5 playlists at a time, so I'm not sure what the hell that means. But I guess they'll have to drop something like Salvage maybe, and pick up like Crimson Doubles or who knows. But that's the matchmaking changes. Really not a whole lot that I personally can go on. I've been back to my roots with Call of Duty, unfortunately. /fortunately. So, I'm telling you, man, I've Master Prestige every Call of Duty I've ever owned. And this one I've not given it any time. So, but I will be back next week for Crimson Doubles. So the next thing to talk about, speaking of latency, is this implementation of a damage referee, which I'm personally confused about, but basically what they said is it's the altering of code based on connection to prevent the highest latency player from benefiting from their latency, meaning that
Put them in a penalty box because that's about the only way that's going to work.
Who knows? I mean, basically they're trying to prevent trades. They want less trades for players who are laggy.
I like the idea behind it.
Yeah, implementation, who knows? That doesn't drop till 2.1.1 next week, I believe.
Is there a date on 2.1.1?
I think it's the 6th or 7th, whatever that Tuesday is.
Oh, okay.
Should be the 9th.
Or the 9th, you're right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the 9th.
So we'll see what happens with that. Again, I haven't experienced a ton of lag since Iron Banner, really, but we'll see what happens. And then
some people just have crappy internet. I mean, it's nice that they're trying to do what they can from the back end. I don't know how successful it'll be.
Right.
Lag's part of the internet since the internet's been born.
Yeah, and that's what they said. They're like, what's your goal? Like, we're trying to fix the internet. And you're like, have you tried turning it on and turning it off again? On and off and on?
Call IT.
Yeah, exactly. So that's their attempt.
Just moves one of the players on the team into the penalty box, and you can vote to kick them.
There you go.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I would be okay with that. The other change they made, the first PvE change since I don't know when, is they fixed teleporting ogres.
I heard that. No pathing issues?
Yeah, there was a pathing issue with the orb. It was making the ogre go, I want to go here, but there's something there. And then it would teleport them to a place where they were no longer in the way of an orb. So
well, that helps out for challenge mode.
I don't understand how...
I like that.
How was that not play tested, though? Like, I don't want to get, like, Bungo please, like, on the podcast. But, like, you're telling me you created challenge mode that you had to kill all the orbs. You had to do 16 orbs at one time. And no one did that in Bungie before they released it?
And no one noticed?
And no one noticed that they teleported? Like...
That was Phil's job. He was on vacation that day.
He must have been. I mean, I don't know when it dropped. What was that, October? Was he, like, out on Halloween or something like that? The fuck? So, I don't know. I mean...
how many times? There's only been, what, three weeks you could do Oryx challenge mode now?
3 weeks, yeah.
So I'm like, I mean, we were complaining about it after the first one. It's like,
no, of course.
Like,
Right, that's a different story.
we
It's
got to
timing.
investigate. Oh, we're going on vacation. Oh, yeah, you're right. Here's your patch. Thanks.
I mean, it's not like they created the raid like in Crota and like something accidentally happened. You stand too far back on the pillar and they despawn. This was the intention of the fight, was to keep
Right.
these orbs up, and no one playtested it. Or they did and they didn't care. Or it didn't happen, or they didn't have a fix. I don't know. I guess there's more than one possibility, but it made it to the game that way. And
Okay.
It was more
it's been 3
fortunate
weeks.
situation.
Could have happened before, and they've been like, oh, one of them teleported. Really?
Yeah, it was a
That won't happen often.
right. That's the outlier.
But it's always the thing with computers is that you introduce a change. It's like, well, what? Okay, they fixed this problem. So what's the new one? Like,
Right.
Like they did introduce a new bug into the system.
Right. Who the hell knows? I just like the idea that someone figured out challenge mode prior to challenge mode being released, and it crashed their system.
No, right.
Like, because when people tried to do the 16 orb strat the first time, it was we all had the idea that basically when they completed it, once we found out what challenge mode was, when they completed it the first time, the game went, oh, looking for trophy, can't find trophy, break game. Like, it's just just really funny. So then they fix that. They're like, oh, we need to open up like that as a possibility, and then they put challenge mode in. So that was just funny. But there you go. For those of you still running challenge mode for that 320 helmet that you'll never get, no pathing issues with the ogres.
I actually still need to do more of them just if I ever want to be 320 because I still missing some gear. Or I just need infusion material, really.
Destiny 2 is coming out, though, and all your gear will be meaningless. Okay.
Yeah. Whenever that is.
Whenever that is. Fucking March of 2047. The 10-year plan was the gap between Taken King and Destiny 2. That's what that was.
That's nice.
So, speaking of content, we have Crimson Days coming up.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what Crimson Days is? Kind of your take on it.
My take on it, it's I like it. It's a 2v2 PvP. I like the whole. It's kind of fitting that they did the whole, and I'm assuming it was planned this way, but the whole Valentine's Day partner up, and you be my Destiny life partner.
Yeah, it's interesting. They've really only told us about Crimson Doubles, and then some of the rewards. There's no talk of like a PvE side to it, kind of like how Vessel of the Lost had like go out and kill these dudes and wear the mask and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if there will be a PvE side, but just to refresh, we talked about it last week, or I talked about it last week. Crimson Doubles is 2v2 elimination style. On the death of your partner, you will gain max armor, max agility, max recovery, and max weapon handling stats.
Money.
Basically making you god tier everything. And again, weapon handling stats is swapping weapons, readying up after sprint, and reloading. So, kind of like that last resort perk on your sniper, if you have it. It'll give you that. So, you will gain that buff. I'm sorry.
You want to run Crimson Dazzle with Jonak.
Yeah.
Die. And let him go. Finish everything up.
Yeah. That's my plan.
Split the buff.
So that is and you gain that buff until you either revive, wipe, or die. Wipe the other team or die. So
that's a thing with this whole doubles thing. I don't like the revive thing, like a skirmish. I wish it was more of an elimination.
It's elimination, but it's revives. I mean, it's trials, but 2. I wish it would be no respawns, because then it really emphasizes the fact that, like, you're actually, as they say, grieving for your partner. Because if he's really dead for eternity, or for until the next round at least.
I'm with the line though. When you get into those immolation type modes like trials, there should be no revive. If you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah.
Until the next round.
Yeah, we were talking about the other day, like how sweet would it be to have a search and destroy? Like
Is that
The
COD.
one, yeah, COD. One team has a bomb, one team has a defense, and no respawns. It would be so sweet. God, it'd be so sweet.
We had Rock Arena and Quake, and Capture Strike and Quake.
Nice.
But did that.
So that's
Dead.
kind of Crimson Doubles. Again, like I said last week, there's these candy consumables you can eat. Everyone in your fire team gets a half hour of weapon XP boost. 320 ghost shells will drop at 320, and I guess there's 2 of them. There's like a candy one, and I think there's a red one, if I'm not mistaken. There is an emblem, there's some shaders, and again, no update on story content if it exists. And maybe not story content, but PvE content. The big news of the week, and that's kind of why we saved it, is Deej was asked, will power matter in Crimson Doubles? And his response was, power does not matter, only love.
Hey, Thorn.
So, we will have thorns on Valentine's Day. So, I know I'm warming up the Her Benevolence. Unfortunately, it won't spawn with ammo, but we'll see what happens.
Well, I'll be right there with you with
Yeah.
her benevolence. Mm.
I mean, it's gonna be a nice treat to use those weapons again, like to use them, but to get killed by them, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Well, I think every single person will lose their mind.
So, I mean, we're gonna see Thorn come back. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Universal Remote come back, to be honest.
I would honestly like to see Universal Remote.
So, all those weapons sitting in your vault. I don't know if you got a Fatebringer still. Bust that baby out. Power does not matter.
Yep.
I really think that's going to change.
Well, I know for me, I'll be using my my good old 2-month farm from Hopscotch.
Oh, there you go. That'll work. Jeez.
I don't have.
I spent time getting it. I'm going to use it.
There you go.
I don't have any of my year 1 stuff. I deleted it all.
You're a
Horrible person.
you're a true,
No,
you're a
yeah, I
true
do have
Destiny
it,
player.
It's not the same to me.
No, I know. It's
I have Gallo.
yeah,
Just
Galahorn and Thorn and Icebreaker are really the only 3 I have left over.
Because it's a pain in the ass to try and get.
Right.
I still kept those.
But yeah, no, I pretty much wiped. I was pretty upset about my Fell Winters when they changed the Alberta shot package. I wiped that one, and I would have liked to re-roll it maybe for like rangefinder and reinforced barrel, but so we'll see a lot of that stuff. I think. Do you guys intend on playing? I guess with this news, if this is the case, will you?
I'm
play
definitely going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be going all MLG with it, but I'm going to be hopping in and testing the waters. Because I think 2v2 is a cool idea.
Do they? I mean, I'm probably gonna. I know Lucy wants the AKA Crazy Throat wants the emblem and shader.
Right.
So,
No, I think.
I don't like. Have they said like is it rank? Is it like rep grinding? Is that what this is, or is it something?
I'm not sure. I don't think if it's win based, if it's bounty based. I'm not sure. They haven't. I don't think they've told us anything. They did kind of tease at the end of this week's quote unquote this week at Bungie that next week they'll have more information for us just about something. Nothing specific. So
They could have easily done a PvE system with this. All they have to do is like make being able to enter a strike in 2s instead of 3s.
Yeah.
Like you have to do each put the same buff in there. Let people who are PvE focused. They could have went in there with 2 people instead of 3, and nobody else could join. That's all. Just a PvE 2-player strike list or something in like Vanguard Strikes or something like that.
Right. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that buff is really something that could be fun. I think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it would be awesome to be like if someone goes down in a strike, like freaking max armor, max agility, max recovery with fastest reload possible. Like,
Oh my
Yep.
God.
like you just a god amongst the fallen.
I wouldn't mind playing with just the matchmaking blueberries.
True. Yeah. Seriously, the way they go down sometimes. So that's kind of where we're headed for the future. For this week, for Trials of Osiris, we've got Old School Burning Shrine, OG map.
A lot of people's favorite.
Do you guys remember when we thought Burning Shrine was the only map Trials would be played on?
Yes.
Like, that was like a thing. Man, I think I'd be okay with that at this point. So,
I would go
again,
that far, but
it's just so perfectly balanced. It just feels good. But so,
I don't know if it's perfectly balanced. I still think you have an advantage if you spawn outside.
really, I think they changed that with the special weapon change, because there's no special ammo outside.
Mm.
I do like the outside with the sun glaring in.
Yeah.
But again, that's mostly for when you're getting sniped anyway.
Right.
So
I feel like the inside plays, if you slow play it, you have an advantage because the point's on the inside of that pillar by B. So if you are patient and are willing to sit there for the full time, whatever it is, 3.5 or 4 minutes or whatever it is.
that's a long first round.
It's a long first round. And
First.
they have to push. Like, they can't just sit out there. They have to push you. And if you set up on, like, one on the bridge, one on, like, the A side stairs, and one kind of like back by heavy, like, you can do some work on that map if you slow play. But just
bring your Midas.
Bring your Mida. That's my big thing. Lack of special on spawn is going to push Mida up the charts, in my opinion, because there are some long sight lines. So expect a Mida in the first round or two, and then maybe once they pick up some heavy or pick up some special, maybe switch to the last word or something like that. But
there was special in there last night. That change didn't go into effect.
Was
yet.
it really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's
there was. I spawned with yeah. We all spawned with special.
Oh, okay.
That change doesn't go.
So that's 2.1. Okay, so that's next week. Okay, that's good. So forget
Burning.
that.
Burning Shrine as normal.
Burning Shrine is normal.
Yeah, because CT and Liam were
just doming people.
Yeah.
Well, that's
just
CT and Liam.
Left and right. It was just like where do you want me to get? Okay, they're all dead. All right, cool.
So, just some friendly reminders. Dance the corners, obviously. If you get to the bridge, dance so that you're not going to get hard scoped. I would say big time communicate, like, coordination of specials, like kind of getting that groove. Obviously, it's not a problem this week, but if you can team pull specials, it's going to be a big to deny the special. It's like denying heavy at this point.
Even just getting the call-outs of when specials are coming up. We got 40 seconds till special, stuff like that.
Right.
Huge help, because it's always in the back of your mind.
Definitely. And communicate then that you need special. That way someone can kind of call it out for you if need be.
Oh, God, yes. I do that all the time. I'm out. I need special.
I would say, for me personally, this is kind of my personal tip for myself, is stay off the damn bridge if you spawn inside. Like, for the first like 30 seconds, unless you're CT.
Yeah.
Like,
that's his go-to.
His
bread and butter.
I stay the fuck away from that bridge. I'd rather go A side or C side. But yeah.
Last night I was trying to just watch A lane, see if anybody went over that way, and let those guys do their thing.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. That A lane, it's got a good sight line across to C, and down out onto the beach. So, if you spawn inside. The heavy rush is huge from the outside, from the inside outside. I don't know why that's a thing. I feel like anytime I'm outside, they rush heavy. But again, it can go either way. I think it's an easy map to rush.
I noticed that too. You don't normally see the outside going in to rush.
Right.
It's more often than not the inside's coming out.
Right. And it's always that damn striker Titan who thinks he's God and can, like, float over the center. You're like, I'm just going to gun you down. But so that's kind of, watch out for the heavy rush.
You also have the, if you're outside, people like to jump up on that big platform, jump and snipe.
Oh, that's
guys
true.
Back at the back heavy.
Yep. That's true. So that's heavy. It's a crapshoot. I think it should be gone. That's just me. I also think Spawn should flip. But that's just me. Spawn should flip at 3. That's just me.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Wicked idea. I like tennis.
Tennis. Friendly reminder that the point spawns at the opposite of B on the pillar. So the B is like outside side of the pillar.
By the door?
By the door, bees
entrance?
on the inside.
The other one's just underneath Broken Bridge, kind of?
Yeah. If you're going to make a push for the point, shoot the boxes, please. Don't run into the boxes that explode. That's not good. I guess the last thing is, I don't know, just pick your engagements. Don't, if you turn a corner and there's 2 people there, turn, get back, team shut down. And good luck out there. It's not Iron Banner week, so you should enjoy trials. So the next kind of thing is like us kind of as a clan, where we fit into Destiny and what kind of our plans are. The big thing is, obviously, as Hawaiian mentioned, it's very PvP centralized right now. Okay, so we're gonna redo that after some technical difficulties. Loki, just want to kind of go over Destiny Clan Wars again real quick. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so we were asked by the Clan Finder guys to they were trying to get some interest in Destiny Clan Wars for their I guess to put some more traffic towards their subreddit and to help people find clans and whatnot. So they reached out to us and asked us to participate in a trial run and get involved in Destiny Clan Wars this weekend. Actually, it's trials. This event they're testing it on is trials, so it runs the same as trials runs. They put their own little modifiers in for the event. There's different size clans, so 200, over 100, I guess, is battalion. We're platoon because we're at 100, and then squad is like anybody that's less than a certain amount. We used to be a squad way back when, but now we're in the platoon size because we have 92 tag members. And so
what's your major malfunction, soldier?
we're in 4th place right now, but again, it looks like we're in 4th place on Destiny Clan Wars. That doesn't mean we're not in 1st place or something in the little thing that Destiny Clan Finder is running. So, but the guys that are in platoon in the 1st place, Knights of the Phoenix is the name of the clan. They got 53 active members right now on trials. Looks like they're strictly a PvP type clan. I think Lucy, aka Crazy Throat, looked up the top 2 guys, and they're both PvP only clans. Like that's all they do.
Oh wow.
So I think that's why we stopped kind of doing it way back when, or took less interest in it. But it's just something to do with the Destiny Clan Finder guys and try it out again. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see, because you have to log into Destiny Clan Wars. At least one member of the clan has to log into Destiny Clan Wars to have your clan active in the events. And I haven't done it, and I guess the people that used to do it haven't.
I have not done it.
So
I know
I was looking back to see if like any of our Iron Banner stuff was up there to see where we ranked then, and we weren't. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it was fun. We used to use it back when we didn't know what we were doing. We used to use it kind of like monitor playtime, because it gives you like a login date and the last time you played the game, and it would like track KDs and we could export it to Excel. It was really cool, but we kind of outgrew the functionality of it. And then we got sick of the people who, like, one player would score like 10 million points and just beat us by himself because he just did nothing but play video games. It was really frustrating. But
yeah, they put little modifiers on it, so you lose 100 points for a death. You gain 30. You gain bonuses off of rocket kills. So in trials, you only do that one round, and not everybody use rockets.
Right.
So everybody put on your truce.
Yeah.
And you get points for kills and assists, and you get more people that participate, you get bonuses. So we've had 26 active members in it out of 92. CT and Liam are crushing it. But I mean, that was Friday night, so
right.
More people might get in there today and whatnot. Yeah, CT and Liam are top 2 guys. They run 30 as of last night. They ran 30 matches.
Jeez.
So I got my 5 matches in.
There you go.
100 points. But,
it's it's a fun tool because you can kind of see, where you rank.
All this weekend.
I'm not sure if he's working. But yeah, it's kind of a fun tool to see where you rank, like as a clan, or where you rank within the clan.
Yeah.
I was looking back at like some of the stuff. Like I had two top finishes in the clan. That was fun.
We won one event.
Yeah,
overall,
we won an event.
back one.
it was cool. So,
I mean, it's something that it's something to get involved in. I mean, I remember they were trying to do like I remember talking because they were focused on PvP at first, and they were trying to look at PvE events. The Destiny Clan War guy, and I remember emailing him a couple times asking him, like, hey, what are you doing for PvE? Can we go by? Can you do like a raid clear event? Because at the time we were crushing it in raids. Like we were so many people through, so many people were doing raids. But they're like, not everybody does raids, and they were giving me this line. So they did Vanguard strikes, and I'm like, who the hell runs Vanguard strikes?
No.
Like, some at the time, Trife, way back when, that old member, that's all he did. Like True. He didn't PvP at all. If he wasn't doing a raid, he was doing a strike. So.
Yeah, so that's kind of like and we'll put announcements and post on the subreddit what the event is and what the modifiers are and kind of our placing. But get out there, play some trials, play a lot of trials, shoot lots of rockets with the gun bullets and things like that.
Pew pew.
Yeah, pew pew. It should be fun.
Sound effect. I didn't buy them.
And supposedly they're talking about prizes, I guess, Loka, potentially.
Yahtzee. That's what I like.
So we'll see what happens. Kind of, and we talked about this, or I talked about this kind of at length, but I'd like to get these guys' opinions on it. The taking a break from Destiny. It's not the only game. You shouldn't feel bad by cheating on it and going to play a different game. It's not. It has no feelings. It's an inanimate object. It's a video game. So I'm currently taking a break for a week just before Crimson Doubles, playing a little Black Ops, playing a little Helldivers tonight, playing some Borderlands potentially, and just enjoying time. What do you guys think of taking a break and stepping away from the old ball and chain that is Destiny?
Yeah, I've said it. Don't go
MIA.
Just don't disappear. If you take a break, pop in every once in a while, maybe pop into these and do some Nightfalls or, a little PvP here or there. Just don't disappear for like a month or two and you'll still be in the clan. But, yeah, I mean, I'm all about for people taking breaks. I mean, I've said before, even like when the House of Wolves drought came out, and somewhat the Dark Below, it was mostly House of Wolves, I think, but at least we had trials where we switched focus on that primarily, and we played, a lot of other games. When we were a clan, the idea that Lucy and I had when we put together was not only like Destiny is the thing that binds us, but you can play other games. I mean, it's your friends on PlayStation. Go play other games. I mean, I'm hoping tonight we're going to play some Helldivers. Helldivers is a lot of fun.
I'm getting in on some of that.
Yeah.
I wish I had more time to play it, or took more time to play it sometimes, just because it's a fun. Although they did have some problems with their network code.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
They figured that out. But, now that it's free, there's no reason. You're all PlayStation Plus accounts because you wouldn't be playing Destiny if you didn't have PlayStation.
Don't like Rocket League.
Don't like disappear on us. And if you're taking a longer break, just send an officer a message. We'll get back to the other officers and we'll keep it in mind. We still have some recruits that are around that need runs and whatnot, and I'm willing to help out with that kind of stuff. I'm sure other people are if they can, if they're not taking a break exclusively. Yeah,
I kind of agree with all that. That's you don't want to get burnt out on a game that we all love, especially during a content lull. Because there's people who were burnt out, and then during House of Wolves, they never came back for Taken King. So you kind of don't want that, but play like Swag said, it's just a video game. So
yeah. I mean, you can take a break from other things. There's some people I've been working on in Destiny. I've taken more of a backseat to some of the stuff because the only thing that really interests me in PvE content side is challenge modes, and so I've been doing outside of that. I've been doing like sword quests. Like I never got my swords, so I've been running around doing that when I can. Although Void doing the Void sword as a Defender Titan is
it's the worst thing ever.
It is literally diarrhea. Yeah, no, and it's...
Someone did that when Taken King dropped. Was it you, Swag, or
No,
Ballsy?
it was not me. I did all of mine on my Hunter.
Okay, I think it might have been Ballsy, or maybe even...
I didn't know.
Someone did it.
I think I asked, like, a Taken King drop. I'm like, Swag, what sword are you getting first? He's like, Void. I'm like, oh, okay. Since Titan's my main, I'm like, okay, I'll do this, not knowing what is involved.
Yeah, we had no idea.
Yeah.
Sitting there staring at my Void sword going, this is going to suck.
Yeah.
You equip Armamentarium and Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
And bubble up, baby.
Yeah, don't forget that Defender Titans have a buff now. So
They do.
If you are playing a Defender Titan, throw your grenades before you drop your bubble because they recharge immediately.
God, that buff sucked. I thought it was going to be great. That buff sucked.
I'm telling you, hamster ball, man. It needs to be a hamster ball.
I would love a hamster ball.
Just let me run around on my bubble. Like
that big orb running around.
You see that thing, you come around a corner, you see somebody coming down a hallway in a bubble, you're like, nope.
Nope. I would nope the fuck out. I want to be able to drop 2. I want to drop 2 bubbles.
Yeah. I just want people, like, if they step inside, they just immediately, like,
just disintegrate? Yeah. Fucking hell.
OP much?
Yeah. So, that, I think...
Don't go in the bubble.
Don't go in the bubble.
Words to live by, my friends. Words to live by.
I love hearing whenever someone drops a bubble, like, an enemy drops a bubble on a point, and, like, the conversation is, there's a bubble on B. I'm not going to the bubble. I'm not going to the bubble. I'm not going to the bubble. I'm in the bubble! Like... It's like this weird, like, I'm being drawn to it.
Like a moth to a flame.
Yep. That's why I love playing Defender Titan in 6s. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean...
Yeah, so State of Destiny sucks. Hopefully we get some kind of word of something. I mean, we don't know about Destiny 2. And I was asking Lucy last night, like, when's, like, the next big event in, like, E3 and all that kind of stuff? And, it's not for a while from what I understand.
It's not for a while. It's probably E3 in October, to be honest, or September.
And she thought it was in July or sometime in the summer.
Oh, is there PAX? Is PAX Prime?
Yeah, there's like PAX Prime, PAX East, PAX West, all that other stuff.
Yeah, so there's probably PAX in Seattle they might be at.
I hope they don't wait to make an announcement at one of them. Like, show us the content at one of them.
Right.
Make an announcement before that. Just like a game plan, like a roadmap. You don't have to. I mean, when you talk in quarters in companies, like by first quarter next year we're going to have something. Right. I mean, they said that they've hinted at there's a big update by Taken King size, which sounds awesome, but we have no idea when. Like, is it quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4?
Right.
Like, what do you think of doing this? And I'd rather have them tell me something and then push it back if it's not ready than not say anything.
Yeah, that's tough. I agree with you, but I don't think the majority of the community is like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I remember when they pushed House of Wolves was supposed to be in April, and I think they pushed it to May. Like, people lost their shit.
Right.
So, I don't know. And then, even then, when they pushed it back, we still didn't have enough content to last us, so, like, everybody relax. But, no, yeah, I agree. I think that we need to find out. Hopefully we'll find out something next week with this.
What do you guys hypothesize when is the next kind of thing? When do you think we're going to get something?
I think we're going to raid in April.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think so, too. I think it's going to be a Cabal raid, too.
I hope so.
Yeah. I was thinking more along March, but I mean, I don't like if Destiny 2 is supposed to be in September, like their yearly, it would kind of suck not having something on your year 2, like not have a release on your year 2.
Oh,
I mean, that would let some people down. But say if you put out content now, like say March is the earliest, and it's 6 months away from September, I could see that. April, it's 5 months until September, unless they're thinking about pushing back Destiny 2 or whatever. Maybe is Destiny 2 even going to be this year? Is it going to be next year?
I'm not sure. The rumor was it's pushed back to March 2017, but we have no confirmation of that.
Right.
I think April is the same time frame that House of Wolves was dropped, and we ate the shit out of House of Wolves. And if April is similar to Taken King drop, like they expect, I think that will last us until like late August, which will push us right into like hype zone for September.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll see. I just think it sucks that they're
We're
delaying
time
it
for the
in
Division.
time. And Division, yeah, March would be Division. Get to play that for a month theoretically, and shoot the dudes in the Dark Zone.
'Cause that sounds like it's the only thing to do in that game, from what I've read.
Currently, that's it. It's be a motherfucker is the name of the
Yep.
game. But we're coming up just past an hour now. So just kind of any final thoughts. So we want to thank you guys for coming out here. Thank everyone for listening.
Thanks for having us. That's for sure. This is
It's
I
fun.
like, this is something you've been wanting to do for a while, and we've, kind of heard rumblings of doing it, and you had your last one. This is number 2. It's nice. I like it. I like the way it's going so far.
Yeah, it's
Shooting the shit about Destiny.
You're definitely not dying while you're talking, so it's a plus.
you're not wrong.
Yeah. Just one little. We have a new officer. His name's Hilo. I made an announcement on the wall the other day. He's pretty much focused on PvE content. He's been dipping his toe in the PvP currently. He did a trials run last night and got his first flawless ever.
Oh, congratulations!
Congratulations on that, Hilo.
Yeah, so that was pretty quick. Become an officer, get a flawless on him.
He's our resident giant teddy bear as well.
Yeah. But yeah, he's we need it's good to we've lost a few officers from real life or just from various things, and it's nice to get some new blood in to rejuvenate the officer corps, so to speak, in this content wall. He likes doing PvE, and welcome aboard, Hilo.
Yeah, congratulations, Hilo. Welcome. So I guess last couple things. Again, this will be posted on the subreddit r/Immortalis Rising, all one word. Remember to log into DestinyClanWars.com if you don't have a profile yet, so you can check your stats. And you will need to make your Bungie profile public, which is why that's part of the thing. When we created the charter, if you wanted to get into the Clan Wars, you needed your Bungie profile public in order for them to access your stats. Additionally, put a damn emblem on your Bungie profile and change your damn name to the name that is your PSN. You're killing me, peoples. I'm sick of seeing that blue, whatever that thing is.
Monkey? It's
Yeah,
like blue
monkey, or I don't know what it is, but it freaks me out. Get a damn emblem.
You cannot use pun like a girl, because Lucy will murder you.
You cannot. It's off limits. And then I guess Hawaiian gets to hear this live, as this was his favorite part. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Find me on Christian Mingle and BlackPeopleMeet.com. Also, Farmers Only, if you're interested in not being lonely.
Yes.
Thanks for listening, guys. This was Immortalis Rising podcast number 2. I've been Swag Monster. Stay frosty, Guardians.